Uh, yeah, WoW, an hour and 17 minutes. I usually go about 2 hours. Usually by once it hits what you call it. It's actually not FPS, it's your CPU. Yeah, it's. I mean, I'm pretty sure this is frames per second, like how many frames it's actually rendering. But it's all totally bound by your CPU. It doesn't use any GPU. Oh, is she a weremoose? Yeah, the one that loves death, locked in the room. She's a weremoose. Yeah, A core runs like shit. It will if it's a lower end, or if it's a slower clock speed 8 core. Uh, I mean, like if you've got like one that turbo boosts up to 4 GHz, like it should be totally fine. But you're not going to get anything out of those other 7 cores. Yeah, with Dwarf Fortress it'll totally be bottlenecked by CPU processing, depending on the game. To like even AAA games can be somewhat bottlenecked by FPS. GTA 5 is a pretty CPU intensive one, and GPU. So if you could have a really good GPU, but like a so like mine, I have an older AMD. It's going to perform worse than a newer 4 core Intel, even with the same video card. Beat her and keep her alive. Whenever the elves come, throw her at him. At least it's not. At least it's not a were ass. We've had a were donkey before. The thing is, like, where any were animal is just as bad as anything else. Yeah, everything has to go through CPU. It's just you're with Dwarf Fortress, you're not going to get any. Uh, Multi-core doesn't help you at all, and GPU doesn't help you at all. There are, I think the SDL tile set or subsystem helps a little tiny bit, but not a whole lot. Graphics cards will have dedicated CPUs. Yeah, I mean they kind of are. The problem is GPU CPU GPU compute units work on a different pipeline than a regular CPU. Though, I mean, I think we're getting to the point where we are getting more workloads we can offload to GPUs. You look at something like RTX and the ability to do ray tracing. That's a much different workload than a regular GPU, which is great. Like we should. There's a lot of wasted power in a GPU that just kind of sits there, and a lot of supercomputers are basically just massive GPUs all stranded together. Uh, whether you like his channel or not, Linus Tech Tips, they did a video last year on a Canadian supercomputer, like big giant cluster, and it's basically all just tons of video cards all running in parallel doing all sorts of stuff, which is really scary. Yeah, the Were Mammoth did do a lot of work. Though I mean, really, we got to the point where there's the Were Mooses were doing a lot of bad stuff too. Entirely new engine software that'll take use of onboard dedicated CPU to graphics. I mean, maybe anything's possible at this point. It's cooled by maple syrup. So what you do is you crank up a really heavy AI program, let it warm up the maple syrup, and then you can put it on your pancakes. It's delicious. Let's see if I could find. Supercomputer. Yeah, it was a really interesting. Yeah, I think this is it. Yep, yep. I'm pretty sure this is it. They run off maple syrup and apologies. It's true. I mean, even the scariest, angriest looking Canadians I know still apologize about everything, including how big and scary they are. Like Bitcoin mining. Yeah, the problem is there's no money in Bitcoins. What is Bitcoin down to? I mean, I'm just coming up with things to talk about while we wait for migrants to come through. Bitcoin is currently at 3,700 US dollars. Which is not. I think with what little Bitcoin I have left, I probably have broken even. I mean, granted, if I got a supercomputer with 100 GPUs in it, I would apologize to that computer all the time. Oh man, Melville is just breaking the shit out of stuff. How many bed? Okay, so beds were spaced one by one, so that one's definitely gone. I bet that one's gone too. Man, her blood is everywhere. Oh, did she finally die? Mela. Oh, I think she finally kicked the bucket. Turned into a dwarf. What is this? Wait, 22nd fell site. No, so that's the old combat. Okay, so combat logs aren't recording busted things. Nope, there she is. She's still alive. Jeez. You just can't see her in all the miasma. Yeah, Bitcoin dropped really, really quick. Like, I feel like it dropped a couple thousand just the last couple weeks. I don't keep up on it too much. I mean, I bought Bitcoin when it was, like, I don't know. I bought Bitcoin when it was still useful to actually buy stuff, not just hodl it and wait for your big payday. Though I do have a buddy that he had enough Bitcoin and he bought it early enough that he won't tell us how much Bitcoin he actually owns. I know he paid off his house with it. A GPU is just process running a CPU just makes it a normal computer. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they do different workloads and they do things differently. That's why GPUs aren't... they're not useful for every single workload. But at the same time, a CPU is not useful for every single workload either. Can you be a blood vendor? Right now, Bitcoin is an arms race. It's being inflated super fast. Well, it's not inflating very well. It's dropping back down. I would be totally happy if Bitcoin dropped back down to... Yeah, those cabinets are done. I'd be totally happy if Bitcoin dropped back down to something that was a currency and not an investment. Because... it... especially for internet-based things, it makes much more sense. And I used it quite a bit. Like, I bought stuff off Humble Bundle and things, because Humble, I don't know if they still take Bitcoin, but they at least used to. So it was really super easy to use, like, once you got set up. But no, I mean about a Bitcoin that's floating around, it's demolishing the current problem. Oh, yeah, I mean, and that's the thing too. Like, it's not... there's nothing inherently valuable about Bitcoin. It's just whatever monetary fiat value we put on it. And people got really super excited that you can do this. And now we have 75,000 virtual currencies. And they're all just bits in a computer. Yeah, they're both just transistor wafers. It's just how they crunch numbers determines which you want to use. Or how you need to crunch your numbers. GPUs are really good at parallelizing stuff, which regular CPUs aren't necessarily good at. And it can instantly crash. Yeah, and I mean, that's part of why you... oh yeah, they've torn down a bunch of beds in there. That's part of why it's dumb to think of Bitcoin as an investment opportunity. Hey, Megiddo, welcome back. I'd like Bitcoin to go away so GPUs stop costing so much. That would be nice too. I'm stuck with a 1060, which is not a bad GPU. It works well for everything I do. But I would love it if like my son, we built him a computer specifically so we could upgrade it, and so he's got my old 760, I think it was, with the idea that we'd keep the 760 for about a year and upgrade it. I have a nice job, but I don't have the money to upgrade his GPU. He's going to be stuck with the 760 for a while. I look point. Yeah, the 1060 is nice. I've only got the 3 gig though, but I'm not mining on it, so it tends to work when I have to. Really, I need to get an AMD card. They tend to work slightly better in Linux. I'm tired of. I'm getting tired of some of the annoyances I gotta go through with NVIDIA. And a 970 pick up a 1070 during Black Friday. Yeah, and really, like, the 1080s, the 1080 Ti's are not really dropping either with the new 2080s that just came out. I mean, I'm perfectly content to be a generation behind. Like, I'm not playing. I mean, this is Dwarf Fortress. The fancy GPU is not going to help me at all. But I'm also not playing like massive AAA stuff because I can't because I'm on Linux. So that's what I have a console for. I'll be a console peasant. It's fine. If people heard you say that Bitcoin was a fiat currency, they'd freak out. Bitcoin was supposed to counter. Well, you have to put a value on it somehow, and fiat currency is the easiest way to do that. To say like this is worth $5. I mean, there was a point where a single Bitcoin would buy you a pizza. A pizza's about $10. And really, you should be using it like a currency. You don't use it as something that you just hold in your bank account. Like, it's meant to be used. It's awesome if it has a way higher value than the US dollar, but it's also not useful when it costs, right now $3,700 a Bitcoin, and it at that point it drops and raises so fast it really ruins your ability to want to use it. Mine's a 3 gig OC. That's what I have. Yeah. I lucked out when I got the 760. I ordered the regular 760, and Amazon accidentally shipped me the EVGA FTW version, which had a slightly faster clock speed, and I was happy about that. And when I emailed them, I'm like, hey, you accidentally sent me the wrong thing. They're just like, just keep it. It was only like a $30 difference, but it was kind of nice. I used a 770 for 4 years and just upgraded and got an RTX 2070. Oh, I would love to get a new video card, but it's not. I have better things to spend my money on. Now, if anybody would like to subscribe and help me toward my new video card fund, that would be great. I'm not going to complain to that. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the 2060 or the 1060 for everything I do. I used an AMD FX 8350 8-core with the 1060. I've got a... What is it? Because I'm not actually taking the sticker off the side of my computer. It's a 770K, so it's a quad core. It does pretty good. I would like to get an 8-core. I would really love to get a Ryzen system. I do a lot of development stuff, so being able to run more processes really helps. Dragon wine. Well, hopefully. I once went into the config for Dwarf Fortress and made Savile, Grand Dirt, and Stone money. I remember when you could actually have coins, which was fun, and they were worth something, and then I don't think they've ever actually been re-added. Ooh, man, they are finishing up all sorts of stuff. So please just haul this stuff. Oh, that's almost... All I gotta do is just blabber on the internet, and all this stuff will get built. That's nice, because we've been waiting a while for that stuff to get done. Yeah, Bitcoin's a mess because people don't use them. They just hold on to them, causing them to have no value or too much inflation. And that's the problem. And then you get people think that it's not going to work, and then they try to dump them. And then you get dumbasses who take out mortgages on their house and buy a ton of Bitcoin and then watch it crash. It's funny how techno-anarchists don't understand economics. Some of them do. I know a couple people that are really into Bitcoin but understand how it works and are careful and smart with their money because they know that you can only invest what you're willing to lose. And they're not just buying Bitcoin and praying that it goes higher. Helping my partner get her computer up and running, found out she's running a 550 when we went to install her new hard drive. Ouch. Probably just install a 970. Yeah, I mean, the 970 is not bad, or if you can get a 900 series Ti. For someone that doesn't do a ton of gaming, they're perfectly fine. Something blank. Don't have OBS up. M. Shagar, thank you for the biddies. I love pennies. Please, more pennies. Oh, awesome. And you did them to charity. Thank you very much. I think I have an alert, but I probably should make that a command. But yes, thank you for the bits going to charity. We've got, how much has come up so far? $228,000. That's nice. That's a lot of money that's coming through bits. He has a Dragon Core with Dragon HD and Dragon RAM and Dragonix OS. Is that it's not the Gen 2 based one, is it? For me, the E-Core is nice. I don't need Ryzen because I don't do studio stuff. I would just like more cores. That's always better. Hey, and more bits. Geomancer, thank you for the bits. Bam, charity badge. Oh, I see that's what you're doing. You were just doing it for the charity badge. Oh, and thank you for the bits for me too. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I kind of like this charity thing that they're doing. I mean, bits for myself are nice, but charity stuff always works quite well. And the video game community is very much a very giving community. Especially, like, I love watching like GDQ and stuff like that and seeing how much money they raise. So yeah, thank you everybody, and throughout December, not even just on my channel, anytime you give bits, try to do that hashtag charity, so that money goes to somewhere good. Twitch has raised so much charity money. I know, and that's a good thing. There's a lot of money floating around in the Twitch sphere, so anything that they can do to help is great. Someone is that my farmer? Oh man. Actually, I wonder if he is being beset by goat. Wait. Where did he go? There he is. He's been under a great deal of stress. He's blissful after sleeping. He's gotten drunk. Yeah, this farmer is... I fear he's going to go crazy. Because he's constantly going insane. Like, he's constantly getting scared. There's so many people with money and nothing to do with it. Yeah. And I mean, if some of that can go to charity, that's the best. Yeah, farmer cancels sleep horrified. He is not having a good time. I think the only thing that's keeping him going is the fact he has a nice bedroom. And I think, you know what I'm going to do? Let's see, this is his bed, right? Ral. Let's actually give him... We're going to kick the child out. We're going to give Ral that bed. And we're going to free that bed. Make bedroom. There we go. We'll give him a nice bedroom and see if that helps. Like me, I spend $300 a month. Oh god, I remember when I could spend $300 a month on rent. I've got a pretty decent mortgage payment, so I'm not going to complain about that. But I long for the days when I have when I can spend $300 for rent. What version am I playing? I am playing, I believe, the latest version. There's probably an easy way to tell. 0.44.12, which I think is the latest version. I know the Lazy New Pack's less than a month old, whichever one I have. So, but it is the Lazy New Pack with the Phoebus tile set. And I am using DF Hack, but I only... Actually, I'm not using it for anything at all right now. Yeah, so DF Hack is installed, but not actually doing anything. Child, welcome to reality. You are now homeless. There's all of these other beds, because we've got 13 citizens and 24 beds. The child will be able to move. It's fine. Why would that brat be at the best bedroom? Exactly. That poor farmer has other things to do. What is he doing right now? He's attending a meeting. Who are you meeting with? Where are you going? Okay, Lorebomb is going to sleep. Who are you meeting with? We'll follow you for a little bit. I will never buy a house. Renting is life for me. We rented for a long time. But it got to the point with me working from home and kids getting older that we just decided to go ahead and like get a house that we knew we would have space with and not have to move for anymore. Because by the time we paid rent for the size of the house we wanted, it was not going to be like, it really was not going to be economical. What the heck? Where is he attending a meeting all by himself? He was following one of the miners who was going to sleep, but it says he's attending a meeting. I really get the feeling that he is like slowly going insane. Let me just look up attending meeting, but noble dwarves need to schedule meetings with reps from the homelands and foreign diplomats. Meetings generally begin when the caravan arrives. Unhappy dwarves sometimes schedule their own meetings with the leader in order to yell at him or her. The leader will use a social skill such as console to calm them down. This process is a bit buggy. If the leader is interrupted during the meeting, the civilian will sometimes get stuck in the conduct meeting labor. Drafting and undrafting will help snap them out of it. So he just wants to yell at the expedition leader, who is that miner. That's why. So I might need to squad him and unsquad him. We'll give him... Oh, no, he's yelling at them right now. No. In Fortress mode, I don't think I can listen to the conversation. But I can check their moods. I don't handle pressure well. No, you do not handle pressure well. You are not handling any of this at all. He got drunk. He's satisfied at work. That's a plus. Overall, Ral is unfocused by unmet needs. He's unfocused after being away from people. He's unfocused after being unoccupied. You have a job. I lied. You're not doing anything. You know what? You can be a mason. There you go. We have plenty of stuff you can do. And that being said... No, she's being haunted, which is not great. Oh, you know what I should actually do? Because oh, no one's going to do this. I need stone crafting. So, Ral, you get to be a stone crafter. Because I need stone slabs. Like, badly. Maybe that'll make him better. He literally has just been, like, hauling stuff around. Maybe the person he was meeting with went to bed. They'll wait around until he wakes up. Yeah, there's that. So So this miner right here is our expedition leader. So he wants to yell at him. So that's what's going on. He prefers consuming giant bark scorpion and river spirits. That's whatever he wants to do, that's fine. Whatever keeps him happy. That's a lot of horrified. I mean, he has been... Oh, there he's... Is he following him still? He is. Oh, man. This is the equivalent of, I want to speak to your manager, and like the manager's trying to get away. What is Lorem doing? Oh, Lorem's going to drink. And of course, nobody's hauled anything down to the whatchamacallit. So like he's just chasing the expedition leader around. Did he finally corner him? Nope. You know what I should do is okay, Lorebound, because everybody else is dead. You get an office. Because I get the feeling otherwise Ral is just going to continue to just follow him around and yell at him. Now Lorem's going to go eat. This is hilarious. Like, he just has this dwarf, like, yelling at him, like, Sir, I need to speak to you. Come back here. And then burst into his office while he's eating.